So, since we can actually see that web crap has absolutely taken control all over systems, right? So the only portability thing that we actually have currently is only web. There's no other thing. So the thing is that why we're not actually using HTML applications as an application extension instead of the web page extension. So I want to talk about it. Let us talk about it. Why not many HTML applications, right? So currently what we actually can see is that from server, you get something in HTML as a web page. And it's basically an application. It is also an application. But what I'm actually saying is that since this already exists, the thing that I've drawn here, this one already exists. You can use Qt or any other programming language to actually compile into WASM, and you can embed it in HTML and use it. I am saying why not more people are actually doing it. And it's not that if you use WASM, then only you're going to use HTML as an application extension. I'm talking about general HTML applications as well. Let me show you what I mean here. The current note-taking software that I'm using is this one. So the thing is that the current note-taking software that I'm using is an HTML software, basically. It is an extension that is there. This is a personal note-taking software, and you can store notes here, like this. It uses IndexedDB for it, and it is super cool, right? Since we also have IndexedDB. So with HTML, what we can actually do, we can have the access to the internet and IndexedDB both. So from HTML, we have access to two other things. First one is internet and IndexedDB. The thing about IndexedDB is that it gives you unlimited storage in local system, right? So if you use local storage, then you're not going to get all the perks of your system. But if you use IndexedDB, then it's going to be pretty good. You can use the whole thing. So what I purpose is that people who actually want to make portable applications, like let us say a video edit application, right? So if you want to make it portable, let us say in a Chromebook or any non-Windows environment, then just make it everything in HTML. Use WASM so that it is going to be faster. And then port it, right? So this is what I say. So if we look at the current ecosystem in the web, you can see that there is a lot of thing going on. Not actually a lot of thing. Everywhere JavaScript is, and we cannot prevent it. So there's a quote. Any application that can be written in JavaScript will eventually be written in JavaScript, right? And we should be doing WASM. We have to do, right? But since there is a JavaScript layer, it's not going to be 100% fix of whatever the JavaScript has. But the thing is that it is close to it. So use HTML as application extension instead of web page extension. It is how it should be used, right? So what I'm actually proposing is if you open this HTML, then a note-taking application is going to be opened. So you're going to open a note-taking application here. The thing about Chrome is that it lets you install if it was a web page from external or whatever thing. If you're watching YouTube, then you can install YouTube. If you are using Gmail, then you can install Gmail as well. But the thing about HTML applications, if you have an HTML file, you cannot actually save it as an application. So it's going to be a hassle. So I have to make it full screen all the times. So it's a little bit off and hassle. There should be a feature that lets HTML extension itself to be okay. Here is pretty interesting. HTML is invented, CSS is invented to fix HTML, JS invented to fix HTML, CSS, XHTML invented to fix HTML. Okay. Now, to-fix is a pretty good word, but maybe to-fix is not a good word for this one. CSS invented to fix HTML. It should be like assist HTML or something like that. But yeah, it's pretty good. This article is pretty good. You can take a look into this. What the heck? Yeah. Even this application is actually written in React itself because it's very easy. You can just pull the library from CDN, and even this Exaditro application is basically pulled from CDN itself. But what I'm actually proposing is not these kind of applications. Even these kinds of application is pretty good. If you have IndexedDB and stuff like that, you have the storage, you want local storage, you want privacy and stuff like that. You do not want any cloud stuff. Even if you want, you can actually do it by APIs and stuff like that. But yeah, that kind of thing. And there are some extensions that are here. We're going to talk about this in another video, so I am not going to make this video longer. So this is my proposal. Make more of these applications. Make more of these. Make more of these, man. Make more of these so that we can use it. We can enjoy portability. in any other system that we actually use. And if you use only JS, HTML, and CSS, it's going to be very slow. So use WASM as well and hardware accelerated things. That is going to be pretty cool. All right. This is the video for today.